Have you ever heard of Operation Anaconda? The Battle of Shahi-Kot Valley, Afghanistan. Operation Anaconda, which took place in March 2002 in Afghanistan, was one of the largest and most brutal battles of the initial phase of the war on terrorism. The goal of the operation was to destroy Al-Qaeda and Taliban forces holed up in the Shahi-Kot mountain valley, southeast of Gardas. This is a story of heroism, tragic mistakes, and strategic miscalculations that made the operation a success. Background: Shahi-Kot Valley. The Shahi-Kot Valley was a rugged mountainous terrain, cut by ravines and caves, ideal for cover and guerrilla warfare. Intelligence indicated that significant Al-Qaeda and Taliban forces, including foreign fighters, were located here. It was suspected that high-ranking leaders of these organizations might be hiding in the valley, making the operation particularly important. Preparation and forces of the party. Operation Anaconda was planned by the U.S. command in conjunction with its Afghan allies. It involved U.S. troops, primarily the 101st Airborne Division and the 10th Mountain Division, as well as British Special Forces, Australian Commandos, Canadian troops, and Afghan forces, under the command of General Hazrat Ali. The total number of coalition forces was approximately 2,000. The enemy forces, according to various estimates, numbered between 300 and 1,000 militants, well-armed and experienced in mountain warfare. They occupied fortified positions on commanding heights and in caves, giving them a significant advantage. Beginning of the operation and initial clashes. The operation began on March 2, 2002, with massive airstrikes against enemy positions. However, as it later turned out, the intelligence was inaccurate, and many key militant positions remained intact. Following the airstrikes, airborne troops were deployed into the valley, but immediately encountered fierce resistance. One of the most tragic episodes of the initial phase of the operation was the landing of an MH-47E Chinook helicopter, dubbed Razor 03. The helicopter was shot down by RPG fire, killing all on board, including 8 soldiers from the 101st Airborne Division and 8 soldiers from the 161st Special Operations Aviation Regiment. Fierce fighting and heroism. After the initial losses, the fighting in the Shahi-Kot Valley became brutal. Coalition forces were forced to claw back every inch of territory, storming fortified militant positions under intense fire. During the fighting, many soldiers and officers demonstrated exceptional heroism and selflessness. A group of American soldiers who were ambushed on the summit of Mount Takur Ghar distinguished themselves particularly well. Despite overwhelming enemy numbers and heavy casualties, they managed to hold their position until reinforcements arrived. Sergeant First Class Nathan Chapman was killed in this battle and was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroism. British and Australian Special Forces also made a significant contribution to the success of the operation, conducting reconnaissance raids and destroying key enemy fire positions. Afghan forces under the command of General Hazrat Ali actively participated in the fighting despite inadequate training and weapons. Completion of the operation and results. After 2 weeks of fierce fighting, coalition forces succeeded in establishing control of the Shahi-Kot Valley. However, a significant number of militants managed to escape the encirclement. Taking advantage of the difficult terrain and deficiencies in the operation's planning. Operation Anaconda concluded on March 19, 2002. Coalition losses amounted to approximately 80 killed and over 100 wounded. Estimates of enemy losses ranged from 300 to 500 killed. Despite the Shahi Valley being cleared of militants, Operation Anaconda failed to achieve its primary objective: the destruction of the main al-Qaeda and Taliban forces in the region. Analysis and consequences. Operation Anaconda has been the subject of numerous discussions and critical assessments. Serious shortcomings in the operation's planning, coordination between various units, and the use of intelligence were identified. The operation demonstrated that the war in Afghanistan will be long and difficult, requiring more thorough preparation and adaptation to the terrain. Despite its mixed results, Operation Anaconda marked an important milestone in the war against terrorism. It demonstrated the coalition forces' determination to combat terrorist organizations in Afghanistan and contributed to stronger cooperation between the various coalition member countries. Lessons of Operation Anaconda Operation Anaconda taught important lessons that were taken into account when planning and conducting subsequent operations in Afghanistan. These included the need for more thorough reconnaissance, improved coordination between various units, adaptation to mountainous terrain, and consideration of local culture and population. This operation also demonstrated that the war against terrorism is not just a military operation, but also a battle for the hearts and minds of people. Success in this fight requires not only military force, but also an effective strategy for stabilizing the situation, providing humanitarian aid, and rebuilding the Afghan economy. Afterward, the history of Operation Anaconda is a story of heroism and tragedy, victories and defeats, strategic miscalculations, and important lessons. It reminds us of the complexity and multifaceted nature of the war against terrorism, and the need to constantly refine methods and approaches to achieve victory. This battle, fought in a remote Afghan valley, will forever remain in history as an example of the courage and dedication of the soldiers and officers who participated in Operation Anaconda. It also serves as a reminder that war is always a tragedy, and that peace and stability are the most important values to defend.